Yeah, man. All right. How we all doing today? How we all doing? All right. Hell yeah. Welcome back to another episode of We Still Got More Rockin' to Do, Bitch. Which, while I'm right there, I might as well go ahead and do We Still Got More Rockin' to Do, Bitch. Cha. So you see we're kind of playing around with the lighting in here a little bit. Last week I noticed the video was dark, but you know I don't edit anything, so fuck it. I figured I'd open up the shade today. All right. So, yes, that was a Rolling Stones song. Got my Rolling Stones shirt. Rolling Stones keychain. So we're going to talk about Black Oak, Arkansas. No, I'm just kidding you. We're going to talk about the fucking Stones, man. All right. This show happened May 11th, 2024, right here in Vegas at Allegiant Stadium. About 83,000 people at the show. Wow. Yeah, it was a lot of people. So we're here, Season 3, Episode 2 of Season 3, the 52nd overall episode of the entire series. So yes, Rolling Stones, 83,000 people, May 11th of 24. Big time show. I didn't know who was going to open for the band, so it was kind of interesting. It's like, who's going to open? Next thing you know, who comes out on stage? Because on Google, I tried to find out, so I tried to figure it out, who was going to be opening for him. Did some research, and it just said various bands. So whenever I seen the Pretty Reckless on stage, I was pretty stoked about that. I was like, hell yeah, because I didn't know they were going to be there, so it was kind of cool. Pretty Reckless, led by a lady by the name of Taylor Momsen. She plays guitar and she can sing her ass off. Ben Phillips is on lead guitar. You got Mark Damon on bass and Jimmy Perkins on drums. They formed out of New York City in 2009. Their first album released in 2010, August. The Light Me Up album. So, they had a chance to open up for the Stones, and when you got a chance to open up for the Stones, you go do it. If you want, I want my career to go in the right direction. Well, then yes, opening for the Stones is probably cool and probably a good thing. So I was really stoked. Like I said, I wasn't expecting them to be there, so kind of like a bonus band, First song out was Death by Rock and Roll, In the Sense You're Gone, Follow Me Down, Witches Burn, Harley Darling, Make Me Wanna Die, Heaven Knows, and finished up the set with Take Me Down, which is a pretty good, solid 8 songs right there. She's really good with the crowd, can sing her ass off, and she's pretty to boot too. So she's got the whole shebang-a-bang going for her. The band is tight. They can play. They're very talented musicians. Good rock and roll band here. I dig them. It was pretty cool to see them live, especially when you're not expecting, because I was like, I'm just paying to see the Stones. So bonus band, Pretty Reckless. Good size, good. They got a good following. They're a pretty popular band, and it was cool to see them. So, of course, the Stones are going to come out. They were formed all the way back in 1962, out of London, England. Their first album was released April 17th of 64. So we just passed the 60-year anniversary from their first album released a couple months ago, almost 2 months ago. So that's pretty cool, And Mick Jagger on vocals, Keith Richards on guitar. They've been there the whole time. Another guy who's been there for a long time, who also played in the Jeff Beck group and the Byrds, is old school Ron Wood. He's been with the band Rolling Stones since '75, so he's been there a while. Then you got Daryl Jones on bass, who's been with the band since '94, and Steve Jordan on drums, who took over for Charlie Watts when Charlie Watts passed away not so long ago. Rest in peace, Charlie. They even kind of give a little nod to Charlie every show, like a little, hey, like, don't forget about old Charlie Watts, because he'd be here with us if he was still alive. He would, and that's probably the only bad thing I could take away from seeing the Stones was I didn't get to see Charlie Watts. It is what it is. First song out, Start Me Up. A lot of people know the song. You hear the opening, bow, now, now. That's all you need. You know exactly what song is starting up. People getting crazy on their feet. It's time. It's go time. Let's get it going. Second song out, Get Off My Cloud. Another Stones classic. Third song out, Let's Spend the Night Together. Another Stones classic. Then they do a song called Angry. I'm not super familiar with that song, but apparently it's a Stone. A lot of the Stones fans were definitely getting crazy for that one, so apparently it's a big song. I just somewhere, maybe in the later years, and I just missed it. Then they do a Bob Dylan cover, of course, and the tour debut of this song, Like a Rolling Stone. The Stones have a really cool version of the song. Even though it is a Bob Dylan cover, Stones covered it fucking fabulously back in the day and have continued to play it live. But this was the first time in their tour that they played it. They saved it for Vegas. Fucking A, that's what I'm saying. When you know you're coming to Vegas, you do shit as a musician, as a performer, that you normally don't do in Joe Blow fuckface city over here. You're coming to Vegas. Bring the heat, bring the sizzle, bring the shit. Don't hold back, it's Vegas. Into the sixth song, another tour debut. This song, I believe, I want to say early 90s. I could be wrong. I should have looked it up before, but I'm stupid. You Got Me Rockin', the first time they played it on this tour, so that was pretty cool. And then into a song called Mess It Up. I don't know that song a whole lot like I do this next song called Tumblin' Dice. Then into it, You Can't Always Get What You Want, which they did a really cool jam right there because that song does have a good jam in it. And then they're going to let Keith Richards sing a couple songs here. You Got the Silver, from, I believe, the Let It Bleed album. Phenomenal album. That was the tour debut for this song too. They like I said, Keith Richards sing it. So that was pretty cool. And then they bust out a little TNA, little Tits and Ass with Keith on the vocals. One of my favorite songs from 80s Stones. It's a badass little tune, and I like it a lot. It's a good tune. I was super stoked they played it, and they let Keith sing back-to-back songs like that. And then we're going to get right back into the heavy shit. Sympathy for the Devil. Come right back out, man. Everybody knows that song. If you don't know the song, I can't help you. I just can't help you. I don't know. You've just been under a rock or something if you don't know the song. And if you're like, well, I don't recognize the title, just go to YouTube real quick. Rolling Stones, Sympathy for the Devil. And you'll be like, oh, as soon as you hear that, right at the beginning, you'll be like, oh, shit, I know this. Never mind. Next song was Honky Tonk Woman, Stones classic. And then they do Miss You, which is one of my favorite Stones tunes. Definitely. My voice, I got a little roughness in here. I can't get as high as I want to on that. But for those who know. And then we got Gimme Shelter, another badass. Badass tune. Definitely up there as probably one of my top 5 favorite definite of the tunes. Miss You, Gimme Shelter, and this next one, Paint It Black, the song I came in on, which I know I don't own the rights to the music and shit. And that's okay. Don't worry about it, YouTube. You get yourselves all frustrated, get your panties all bunched up, you get sand up in there. That's not a good way to be. Just don't worry about that I played a few seconds of the Precious song that's been out like over fucking 50, 60 years now. Don't worry about it. They don't worry about it. Let's go on. They finished up the regular set with Jumpin' Jack Flash. And like I said, I've noticed a lot of the sets that they been right around 17, 18 songs. Vegas, they brought 19. Because they know where the fuck they're at. Anyway, 17 songs in the regular set. We're going to come back out with 2 more encore tunes, Sweet Sounds of Heaven. And then, of course, they can't get no satisfaction. Because, of course, they got to play that song. I think that's like one of them things. Like Blue Oyster Cult has to play, Don't Fear the Reaper. Stones probably have to play Satisfaction. For one, it's not a long song, so it's easy for the band to just whip it out. They've been doing that song. I think it might have been one of the very first singles that made them popular. I could be wrong about that. I wasn't even alive then. Give me a break. And then Stones have so many songs, but I'm still kind of a picky asshole sometimes. So I wanted to hear these fucking songs off this wish list I got here. A couple songs called Sway, Sister Morphine, and then into some really heavy tunes. You got like Monkey Man off the Let It Bleed album, which is, man, that Monkey Man's a badass tune. Can You Hear Me Knocking? Beast of Burden. You all know Beast of Burden. Midnight Rambler. Like I said, there's a whole bunch of tunes, so it's not like I don't want to pick on them too much, but we could have taken out maybe like that one song, Mess It Up. We could have taken out Angry, plugging a couple of those tunes on my wish list in there. I'll be honest, probably get rid of Tumbling Dice. Put in Can You Hear Me Knocking? I know. It was still a great set list. And everything, but it's just me sometimes. If I'm going to get out of here, I kept the front set pretty mild because my back set is so heavy. So, it's just what I'm doing. We're playing around with different things as far as, the angles, different lighting. We're fooling around with shit. It's a low budget project here. I'm going to go ahead and get out, though. I'll see y'all next week. I'm thinking about doing, because I went to that Sick New World Festival in late April. Thinking about doing like a 2-parter for that next 2 weeks, because I can't go to like multi-day festivals, but I had one vacation day left, so I used it to go to this festival. It was awesome. Good amount of money to do the VIP that we did and stuff, but it was still awesome and worth it. And I think I'll talk about it more next week starting up. So we're going to go and get on out. Everybody be good to each other. Keep rocking. Everybody good. Have a good time. Celebrate life. Try to do the best you can. I know I'm going through a lot of shit myself. I'm still trying to keep a positive outlook on things and still trying to keep rocking, of course. I don't have a concert coming up for a minute, so like I said, probably next Tuesday, and then Tuesday after that, probably do like the Sick New World parts 1 and 2, night. Keep that ball tight. Up to lose, up to.